Hey man, I think you and I really need to have a talk here. Now, I wasn't going to say anything, but I just can't stand by and watch it any longer. But are you okay? You just seem so stressed out lately. And I've noticed that you've been sick quite a lot lately as well, too. And I've noticed a trend. You have a hard time saying no to people. And I just want to make sure that you're okay. And I really think we need to have this talk, okay? All right, let's have it. All right, now, what seems to be the problem? Like, why are you having such a hard time saying no? Okay. Conflict. You're afraid of conflict. I get you. I get that. I hear you. That's a big one. And afraid that they're not going to like you if you say no. I get that one too. Now, are you sleeping as well? Because I noticed you had the dark circles around your eyes, and it looks like you're not sleeping. Is saying no creating a bunch of anxiety and stress for you that you're not getting enough sleep? Yeah. And when you don't get enough sleep, does that really affect your performance at your job? Yeah. What about your relationships? Do you notice that they kind of struggle as well? Yeah. So it really looks like that your inability to say no really ripples out into a lot of areas of your life. And I just really want to help you to be able to start saying no a little bit more because I really care about you, and I'm tired of seeing people walk all over you. I'm really tired of people taking advantage of you, and it's sick, and I really want to see you stand on your own. Do you think we can talk about that? So, you've already said that you hate the conflict. You don't like feeling like someone doesn't like you. So, is there any other reasons why saying no might be such a struggle for you? People pleasing. Yeah, I get that one too a lot. You want you just want to be pleasing everyone. You don't want anyone to doubt your abilities uh, and who you are. I get that. I struggle with that too, believe it or not. And mhm. But I'm going to stop you right there. It just really sounds like that you don't really respect yourself enough to set up proper boundaries. You have really poor boundaries is what it sounds like. This is why that you're willing to just instantly say yes to so many people without really even considering the consequences or how that will actually affect you. And not just affect you, but affect other people around you. So we need to see and look at your boundaries and make sure that the boundaries that you do put in place is healthy, okay? And I also really want to tell you why it's so important to start saying no, even when it's very uncomfortable, because I understand where you're coming from. I understand, saying no to your boss can be terrifying because it's like you want them to like you. I get it. But what's going on here is that you're playing up this conflict in your head. You're playing it up much bigger than what it actually is. And most of the times, like 90% of the time, that it's nowhere near as inflated as we have it in our heads. So if you say no to your boss for staying later, you know, it's okay. He's not going to get mad. I mean, he might be, he might be a little bit upset because then he has to ask someone else, but that's okay. It's not like a life or death situation here. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say say no and take yourself first. So how often do you do something for yourself? Mm-hmm. No, okay. Not very often, do you? So your mental health is very important. And without having good mental health, everything else can spiral down. So you need to start putting yourself first. Think of it like this airplane. You know, when you're on an airplane, you know how they tell you to put your own you know how you put your own oxygen mask on first before you help your neighbor or a child? This situation is kind of like that. You need to learn to start putting yourself first, your needs, because you are no use to anyone if you are feeling like shit. You're no good to anyone if you're not at your best. So how could you expect to be, you know, a good husband, a good partner, a good parent, a good worker if you're barely scraping by? You're just barely, you know, making it through the day. You can't. So I really want you to start learning how to say no. And I challenge you, next time someone asks you to do something, could you do something for me? Could you please just take a second and just think about your energy capacity. I want you to take a breath, really gauge where your energy's at. Like if you find yourself currently already too stressed to deal with this, then it's okay to say no. If you find out that, hey, maybe you do have the energy capacity, like maybe your workload, you're catching up, you're doing good, but they ask you for something and you're like, you know, I do have the time for that. I can do that. And you really want to do it out of the kindness of your heart, then yeah, go ahead and say yes. But take care of yourself first. You are your number one priority, okay? And I really value your friendship, and I really want to make sure that you succeed, because I don't like seeing people take advantage of you. I don't want to see it, because I just can't step by. That's why we're having this conversation right now, okay? So here's what you can do right now. I know saying no is scary. I know you're playing up these scenarios in your head about the conflict, but I challenge you. I challenge you to say no more often, and I need you to do it with more conviction and more confidence, okay? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to just take a step back and kind of write out some boundaries for yourself. One reason why you have a hard time saying no is because you have very poor boundaries, and you need to kind of put some in place. So that way, when someone's asking something of you, that if it crosses that boundary, be like, sorry, can't. It's crossing this line for me. I can't do it. And it's okay. Next, I want you to gauge your own energy level, your own capacity. How are you feeling? Your emotions, your energy state. Are you in a place that you even have the auxiliary power to even take on something else? If you're finding yourself struggling with your own workload, don't agree to take on someone else's. Your future self is going to thank you, because you're just taking on all this unnecessary stress, and it's causing you so much anxiety. Okay? And another way to think about it is if someone comes to you and asks you to do something, maybe you really want to do it. So if it's something that causes you, joy, or happiness, or maybe even progress towards a goal or dream that you have, then you could consider saying yes to it, but also compare that with your energy level. If it brings you joy and you feel like you have the energy to do it, then go ahead and do it. So you could say yes to those situations. But if you find that it's not really going to help you really much in any way, then it's okay to say no. People do not get that upset if you say no. That might be a little okay, but it's not going to ruin friendships. It's not going to ruin relationships. In fact, by learning to say no, you actually create this air of confidence that you know what it is that you want, and that's damn attractive, okay? And what it does is that by being decisive and able to say no, it wards off those energy vampires. It helps keep away those narcissists, those people that come to you because they expect something out of you because you've said yes to them before and they know they can get you to do it again. It kind of puts a shield around you, okay? And it protects you from them stealing your energy, because our energy is finite. We only have so much. And I really want to make sure that you are really protective of yours. Okay, so how are you feeling now? I know when we started this talk, you were very, very tired, and it looked like you were almost ready to cry. Don't want to call you out, but it really did. You feeling better now? You know why it's hard for you to say no? Good. And you know why you need to start saying no? Good. Great. And now you know little action steps to take to help you start saying no more easily with more confidence and conviction, right? Good. You see how much like 10 minutes, just a 10-minute talk can really change your life here? Now, just having this talk is really good. We can have this talk all day, but I really want to see you put this in practice. So next time I see someone come up to you and ask something a little too much of you, I'm going to be watching, and I'm going to make sure that you make the right decision for yourself. Stand up for yourself, okay? Your future self will thank you. Your family is going to thank you because you'll have more energy and time with them. So start saying no. It is such a powerful world. It is such a powerful word, and it can make all the difference in how you feel from the day to day and kind of what you've got going on. So I'm glad we had this talk, and I hope you feel a lot better. We'll chat again soon, okay? All right, remember, no is the golden word, okay? Oh, and before you go, I do have something here for you. It's a quote, actually, that, I don't know who said it, but it made a lot of difference to me, so I'm gonna share it with you, okay? And that is, you can't say yes to everything and excel at anything. That really put things in perspective for me when I struggled with saying no, and I hope it does for you too. And just having the ability to say no is the power to create. It is the power to create, pursue, and as well protect your priorities. So I just wanted to leave that with you, okay? You all good? You good? You feel a little better now? Okay, well, I gotta go and see what the dog's barking about, but I hope you've learned something very valuable. We'll talk soon, okay? Bye. What's up? My name is Jordan Alos. I am a gay coach for gay men who really want to increase their level of self-confidence while decreasing the amount of the negative self-talk that goes on into your head. You know, that voice that just says you're not good enough. And I do this because I really want them to live happier, peaceful, and more fulfilling lives. You're worthy of it, and you definitely deserve it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was like a lot of fun to kind of sit in front of the camera and try to do this. But if you got a lot of value out of this, if you could, I would definitely appreciate if you could like this video, if you could comment what your biggest takeaway was. And if you can go ahead and share this with a friend or two or someone that you know who really struggles with saying no and really needs to have this talk, because not a lot of people are having these talks. And I know they need to hear it, and it can really serve them very well. And while you're at it, well, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and that little notification bell so you can be notified every time I put out new content and videos like this. I'm trying out this conversational style and see if it lands. If you like it, let me know. If not, I'll try something different. But yeah, and if you are a gay man watching this right now and you really would love to have a lot more confidence so that way you can live your best life without all the fear and doubt, then I highly encourage you and invite you into my Facebook group called Gay Men Confidence Support Group, where you're living your best life without the self-doubt. So in there, it's a tribe of gay men that we're there together to hold each other accountable and to really lift each other up, so that way you can start taking those baby steps to living the life that you really want to on your terms. So I really look forward to seeing you in there. We can talk one-on-one together, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video, because in the next video, we're going to talk about the power of saying yes. That's the other side of the coin from the power of saying no. So I'll probably do another talk like this as well. Awesome. Great. Well, I will see you in the next video. Go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.